guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 12 of season 4 of Battlestar Galactica. It feels like a brand new show, doesn't it? It feels different. There's like not only like a different vibe, but like the evolution of some of our characters, working with Cylons, having 6 and Laura like in the same room talking about how Earth was all Cylons and there was an uprising, and I'm burying the lead that Ellen is our final 12th Cylon. Wow. Not to say like, oh, I knew it, but I think a lot of people already suspected that she was a Cylon. And then when she died on New Caprica, I was just like, oh, well, she wasn't resurrected and she didn't come back. So she's, not a Cylon. But I feel like the final 5, the ones that lived on Earth, are definitely different. In the sense that like, Chief essentially should have died when he hit that wall. And I don't know, again, if they are resurrected. But that's bye-bye, right? So they are different, which means Starbuck is not a Cylon. And, what? It's like the first time that like Leoben was like speechless. He had no answers, couldn't talk his way out of anything. He just had to run away, which I love personally because, not a fan, but I felt really bad for Starbuck because she's sitting there looking at her dead body in her Viper and wondering what the hell happened. All of us too. What the hell happened? How is that even possible? Who did this? Why? And, like, was she like, I mean, the body looked like everything was already rotted. The hair was still there, which I was like, meh. But, and it was like a perfect, like blonde, like swath. Like just, I'm like, yeah, I feel like a lot of that would have burnt up. Sorry. If my hair could survive fire, like, yeah, but it can't. So I'm just pointing that out. There's really no reason for me to point that out other than the fact is that it was like, okay, that's the giveaway. But then also, Starbucks tags and her wedding ring. I didn't notice that she didn't come back with that. Unless she did. I don't know. Maybe she has 2 sets now. But yeah, her, giving her a proper funeral, giving yourself a proper funeral is just a weird sentence in itself. But, she was going to tell Lee, and Lee is, reeling from Dee taking her own life. And I don't know if that was planned. I don't know if that was because the actress had other things going on, and she had to be written out of the show, or if that was the plan the whole time, especially with the break of like having like the writer's strike and all of that. Like, who knows? But that was an abrupt end for Dee. I feel like she deserved better than that character-wise. Like she needed like bigger moments. And I always feel that way, especially like Kat. Like I care about her as soon as she's gone. And then I'm like, come on, like give us a little bit more, and I feel bad for Gaeta having had that conversation with her and then leaving and then coming back and finding her that way, and he's been on, in CIC with her the entire time. And then having Admiral Adama assign somebody else to Dee's post is just, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Quite frankly. I feel like I'm going to feel her absence as we go on, just because she was always kind of like that secondary daughter to Adama, and then, her marrying Lee and actually being a daughter-in-law and like being part of the family and everything. He was really broken up and hurt by it, and, contemplating taking his own life, but he knew he couldn't do it. And that doesn't mean that like you're not brave or that you don't have the conviction for it, but that just means like you know that there's still unfinished things left behind, and maybe you don't really want to, but in the moment it seems like it's a great answer. That's a very complicated situation, but having Ty try to kill him, I think, was kind of the only thing that he would have kind of left his legacy the way it was. Ty's a Cylon, and they had an argument and shot and killed him, that that would have left Adama's legacy intact and kind of something. I think Ty would almost he would probably lay down his sword for Adama and just be like, yeah, I killed him. Kill me. Space me. He was already willing to do it for Bill anyways. The one thing he wasn't willing to do for Bill, though, was actually kill him. It's amazing how that man has become one of my favorite characters on this show. It is crazy. And he's the one that was just like I think when you start off kind of shitty and mysterious and dark, and I didn't like what he did to Chief's people by, venting them out into space, and it just seems like he's the guy that always does the dirty jobs but then has no remorse for it. He's like, that's my job, that's what I do. And I'm like, if it was my job and I still did it, I think I would struggle with it. Like Lee, taking out the Olympic carrier, that's something that sits inside of you, and it just felt like Ty didn't have that. And then the drinking kind of showed that he was struggling with it and that he was having a hard time dealing with it. And then having Ellen around, which I can't believe these words are going to come out of my mouth, but I can't wait to see Ellen again. If we do, I'm assuming that we will, because I feel like the final 5 are different. And her saying that we will be reborn, I think that that's important. I think that that's special. I think that that means something. Ooh, and if she downloaded any of those memories and what they went through on New Caprica. Oh boy. But, Kate Vernon always gives a performance. Michael Hogan always gives a performance. So I would love them to be reunited. Who am I? Who am I? Oh my God. This show has made my thought process. It took all of the thoughts that I had in the miniseries, put them in a blender. Season 1, put them in a blender. Season 2, put them in a blender. Season 3, put them in a blender. Beginning of season 4, blender. Spin. And it is just this soup of thoughts and feelings and character hate and character love and I hate this character and now I despise them and stuff like that. It all gets just blended. And I don't know if that means that it is a great show with great writing, but I do feel like it's believable. There's not one time where I'm like, oh, okay, sure. All of a sudden there's a change of heart. I totally believe it when it happens. And I believe that that's a lot of the performances. The acting class that we have on this show is phenomenal. I'm rather looking forward to what's coming next. I know Deanna wanted to stay on the planet. We know who the last Cylon is, so if she wants to, great. I know she doesn't want to face Cavill. I think that's a great idea to not face Cavill either. I just don't think staying on a planet that is garbage is going to be the best option for you. I hate for that to be the last time we see Lucy Lawless. Torn. So, Adama's jumping to different star systems to try to find where the final Cylons went and what they're calling home, because apparently, they abandoned Earth because it was garbage and they went somewhere else. I really wanted Earth to be amazing. Now, I don't know where they're going. We don't have a destination, just a journey ahead of us. And I'm really looking forward to that. Kinda, sorta. Also dreading it. Okay, guys. Let's get into it. I hate when I fall asleep funky. Is Laura in there with him still? No, we never see this. I've never seen anyone brush their teeth on the Galactica. It's nice to see the start of a day. Admiral Adama's get ready with me.
Wait, I see something.
Oh.
Where?
Right there.
I thought I saw it.
So what?
Everyone shut the frack up for a second.
So not
Got
pregnant?
it.
Pregnant?
Yeah, there it is.
Is that something?
I still don't see anything.
Yeah, same.
Try looking with your eyes. Eye.
Oh. Damn. Congrats. Maybe you shouldn't smoke by the
That's
mother.
a lot of smoking around a pregnant lady.
Yeah, thank you.
She'll live.
Do you know what that is, really?
Future?
That's the future of the entire Cylon race.
I wrote this script, just so you guys know.
All he has to do is be born.
This is so weird.
No Cylon pairing has ever produced a child. Ever.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's been tried.
Oh. Well.
Get me the fetal monitor. I want to work up a complete biophysical profile on this savior.
Now, will they evolve? That's the thing.
Oh, sorry, Felix.
No problem. At least the Cylons are having fun, right?
Aww. I know.
Ursa cinder, Dee's dead, suicides are up, fleet's a mess, president's missing in action, but hey, gotta make sure the Cylons are taken care of.
Gata.
It's just been crazy today.
I need help! I need help!
It's busy today, Chief.
Oh, gosh.
He's peeing blood.
It's gonna be a while.
He's peeing blood. That's an emergency.
Ishay, where's the damn fetal monitor?
Can't keep those toasters waiting.
Right.
I shouldn't laugh. Gata, I don't know what you're thinking, but stop.
Is Colonel Ty still serving as executive officer, and aren't you concerned about having a Cylon as second in command?
Very
I'm not
interesting
going to
question.
discuss military protocol or chain of command.
Well, okay. He won't elaborate. Fine.
I'm not going to talk about hypotheticals.
Are you going to talk about anything?
Would you support such a move?
Zarek?
No comment.
I want the tea.
Do you have any information on the identity of the fifth Cylon?
We believe the fifth Cylon to be dead.
But you're not sure.
No, but we believe she died some time ago.
She?
Oh boy.
Thank you, Mr. Zarek. Makes it a little bit easier to know who to hold responsible if there's an unfortunate incident.
I'm right here, running the government.
Kinda.
For now.
You know when Adama stops and turns around? Fear for your life. Laser stare that man has.
What about the FTL question?
It's possible.
It's one thing to accept Cylon technology, it's quite another to have actual Cylons aboard their ships.
It's true.
I barely understand this stuff, and I'm...
One of them.
Their technology, our technology is way ahead of ours.
There's yours.
Maybe you'd like a chart to keep it all straight.
That I might be able to sell. What's the catch? Because there is a
Oh,
catch,
Gata.
right? Former chief.
Oh, Gata.
We want to be part of the fleet. Full members, citizens, seat at the quorum, the whole thing.
What?
Ooh,
Are you insane?
Non-negotiable. You want Cylon technology. We want safety in case Cavil's forces arrive. Now, for citizens...
That's valid.
It makes sense from their perspective.
You're not seriously thinking about this.
Gata.
Sure.
All options are on the table, Mr. Gata.
Gata's gonna be a problem.
Admiral, could I have a word?
Yeah. Why is Gata in on this meeting anyway? What rank is he that he should be in that room? Sorry, he's driving me crazy.
However, there is a chance that this could lead to chronic renal failure. And if that
How?
happens, he's going to lose a kidney.
How do you get a kidney transplant for a Cylon baby?
Tap a vein and start a supply right away.
This is ridiculous. You have to tell him.
Ishay.
Tell him what?
This little boy could die. His father should know.
Ishay, zip it!
Should know what?
What the hell is she talking about?
Come on, Coddle. What's she talking about?
I guess you better come with me.
Is he not her, or is he not Nikki's father?
Callie. What the fuck did she...
What did you do, Callie? Oh, Chief. I'm so sorry, baby. You get the
not
shit
his
into the
father, am I?
stick.
I'm sorry.
Who?
He doesn't know either.
Who? Gata? I'm trying to think of who it could be. Who could it be? Somebody else on the deck?
Take care of him.
Oh, Chief.
Great.
Yeah. That's typically how you find that shit out, though.
She'll get through it. Just take time.
Give her a swift kick in the ass. Tell her to get back to work.
Okay. But we're gonna need to know her stance on this citizenship thing sooner rather than later.
I'll talk to you about it later.
I hate to be this person, but whoever did Lee's hair this episode needs to be fired. Looks like he's wearing a helmet. Girl, you gotta answer the phone. You're the president. You don't get to ignore that shit. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Ugh, that makes my stomach hurt. Other people could use those if you're not gonna take them. Other people could use that. Just giving up, huh? Part of me doesn't blame her. But, like, what other choice do you have? I don't know. My brain doesn't work that way.
Captain Trace.
Whatever it is, I'm not in the mood, Felix.
Oh, so you think I should give a frack about your mood?
Let's have it.
You tried to throw me out an airlock once.
Still crying about that?
Turns out the jury that convicted me was made of 2 Cylons and a woman married to a Cylon.
Rimshot. Big laugh, applause, applause, applause.
Wasn't it actually 3 Cylons?
Yeah, who killed those 50 billion people, Kara?
It wasn't me.
No, it was your husband.
Punch him in the face. I'm sick of Gata. Oh my god.
Well, then again, maybe you're a Cylon too.
At least I'm not a gimp.
Ooh, I don't like this conversation at all.
And in case you're wondering, I will definitely hit a cripple.
I believe her.
So I guess a pity frack's out of the question then?
Okay, Gata. Yeah, I know you're going through it, buddy, but Jesus, get it together. Everyone get it together!
Let's talk.
Are you out of your mind, Gata?
And the reality is that the Rosalind Adam administration has led us nowhere. Earth was a mirage, a fantasy they dangled in front of us for 4 long years in order to maintain power. A fantasy they dreamed up as a way to hold on and control.
Oh my god. They would have loved for Earth to have been the real paradise.
What is our feckless and dispirited leadership doing to solidify their position after failing us so miserably? Turning to the Cylons.
Oh, you find a planet
The
then.
Cylons. For help.
Why does he think power is so important?
No Cylon will board a ship in this fleet without permission of its people.
Alright, well then the citizen fleet gets left behind. Choices are made. You don't have the protection then. I don't know what to tell you. Get the new FTL drives, jump all of the military ships, and then leave the civilians, for a week by themselves to see how they do. To the president? Is she running? Bear, did you up your game? Because this music sounds incredibly different than what he's normally making, but I like it. Yeah, you're gonna collapse, girl. Oh. Yeah, what is he taking pills for? He got like a heart condition or something? Ulcer, most likely. Oh, don't scrub your teeth that way. You're gonna recede your gums.
I played my role in this farce. A dying leader will guide the people to the blah, blah, blah. Maybe tomorrow really isn't coming. Maybe today is all we have left. And maybe I've earned the right to live a little before I die. Haven't I?
Then please resign. Because you're not doing your job.
Haven't I?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, guess what? So have you.
Hmm.
Now get out of my way.
She's got a surge, which means she's probably gonna die soon.
Is this really our lot? To have been led by a father to the promised land, only to have paradise cruelly smashed to bits before our very eyes.
Gaius is struggling here.
Perhaps it is God who should come down here and beg for our forgiveness! Am I right?
Okay, well... Get him in an uproar. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, hot dog? Really?
Carl told me. I didn't know.
Oh my god.
We should talk.
Oh, I knew it was coming. I said Gata. Hot dog is a surprise, though. Guy is just smoking a cigarette. I still don't get the part that he's playing in all of this.
The quorum gave every ship the right to refuse any Cylon or silent technology aboard.
Shut up,
Jump
Gator.
drive upgrades is a military decision.
And you alone get to make that determination? Sir?
Yes, Mr. Gator. You have a problem with that?
Admiral,
I'm in receipt of an emergency signal from our Marine commander aboard the Hitei Khan.
the crew of the Tilium ship is mutinied. We killed a Cylon and 2 Marines.
Oh. Yikes.
Admiral, Tilium ship's pulling out of formation and spinning up their FDL drives.
Uh-oh. You need that ship.
Sir, the drives are spooled up.
Where's my assault team?
Raptor's launching now.
I mean, you can't shoot the Tilium ship.
I'm trying, Admiral, but they're not... Wait. They're communicating with Colonial 1, sir.
The President?
Oh. Mutiny from the Quorum. Oh!
You know, there are days that I really hate this job.
I bet.
I don't know anything about being a father.
It sucks. Except for the parts that don't.
I mean, that's how I feel about being a parent, but, like, there's always wonderful things about children as well.
First lesson of parenting. Sit.
Chief.
You never leave him alone. No matter what. You get first shift. Dad.
Wait. How long do I sit here?
Until I get back.
Really, Callie? Hot dog. Okay.
Sworn
What did
statements.
you think was going to happen, Zarek?
Transcripts of wireless conversations, shipping records. With one theme. The buying and the selling of the Vice President's office.
So this is a conversation about extortion.
Not shocked, not surprised.
You can cool your heels here until I check these out. I wouldn't eat the food.
Man, I really thought Zarek was different being vice president, but he's still the same old Zarek.
Let me know when they find the Tilium ship. I'll be with the president.
You got it.
Oh. Give this to Hoshi. Tell him to file it.
Laundry reports.
Oh, he is bluffing.
I hope you understand that this will have consequences.
He's talking to Gata.
Consequences.
I've thought about the consequences.
Have you?
The world is fracked. It's upside down, and somebody's got to turn it right side up. Are you that man?
I need a partner.
You've got one.
Weenie. Ugh.
Take it from here, so. See you in the morning.
Oh my. Living it up, huh? Cute. What's the point of being alive if you can't live a little, right? Love a little. I love that for them. Okay. Well, yeah, Zarek is being Zarek and doing Zarek things. Cool. You know, anytime you go toe to toe with Adama, like, you better be able to back it up. And in the moment, he couldn't. You know, he had to tell them where the ship was, but, you know, what he was planning beyond that, behind the scenes, yeah, Gaeta is such a little snake. It's so funny how, like, I, like, have my ebbs and flows with his character, because I was just like, ugh, this guy. And then when he was on New Caprica, I was like, oh, this guy. And then I was like, don't kill this guy, Starbuck. What's funny is that, like, he was going to be spaced specifically because he was collaborating with the Cylons. And now that's kind of what they're discussing doing. And there were people who were killed. Ellen Ty, for instance, for doing that. And I get Gaeta's anger, his frustration. I understand it. And it's so funny that I was, like, saying just like it's so believable when these people take a turn, because all of a sudden, like, the mustache twirling that Gaeta's doing, I was like, that's not as believable, I think, as most of the other stuff has been on this show. The other thing that's kind of, like, I don't want to say unbelievable, but just very uncomfy for me is Six and Ty looking at an ultrasound of their baby. That's weird. That's weird for me. That's just weird. Mostly because, like, they're, like, a loving couple. And, like, I don't think he was seeing Ellen in that moment. And, like, I was so excited because I was just like, oh, not, like, so excited, but, like it was exciting because there were two Cylons that were having a baby. And I was just like, oh, and I know that the one medic looked weary of that, but I was like, well, what if that new Cylon baby evolves into, you know, thinking and feeling differently than, you know, the generation before them? And the fact that it would be a Cylon baby from a man who was part of the fleet and lived with the humans and was essentially a human for his entire life, having a baby with a Cylon who very much loves love and kind of has a soft spot for humans. You know, like I feel like that baby is a big deal. Now, I also thought that Nikki was a big deal. I don't know if they're trying to do a character assassination of Callie after the fact. I mean, and I didn't like her, so for me, I'm just like, ho. But, like, you know, to each their own. If she wasn't married, do your business, girl. But, like, hiding from Chief that Nikki was not his, that kind of adds, like, a whole nother layer of, like, what she was dealing with. And, like, what a mind frack for Chief. You know, like, he's been through way too much this entire show. Just, you know, from, like, Boomer and Cavill, and then, you know, finding out that he is a Cylon, and having a baby with a human, and then that human is killed, and then, or well, dies as far as he knows. And, then finding out that like your son is not your son, and finding out that like you're having like this identity crisis because he kept saying we are there, like, and like calling himself part of the humans and part of the Cylons, and then trying to differentiate between the two. And I love Ty's remark, like, do you want a chart? Like, do you need help remembering this? I actually really like that moment. I like those moments of levity that we sometimes get in here. But, Chief's been through fracking enough. He really has. And like I said, I don't know if it's a character assassination of Callie after the fact because she's no longer around to defend herself. But I kind of don't like it. I kind of don't like that move story-wise. But I feel like they don't make that shit up to like not have a payoff in the future. So like, maybe because Cylons have tried to have babies with Cylons, maybe Chief knowing that he is a Cylon and him and Boomer can, boom and have a baby Boomer. It's a stupid joke and I laughed, but I make myself happy. So there we go. I'm not, it sucks because like literally people would be like, Callie is such a problem. That sucks. I'd say I'm happy for Hot Dog, but like not knowing that you're a dad and not having the mom help you, but like having Chief be the one that's helping you be a dad and like teaching you lessons on how to parent. That's a lot. That's a lot. Hot Dog has a bunk with the rest of the pilots. He ain't got no quarters. Like he doesn't have a bed for Nikki to sit in. Nikki doesn't even know him. It's messed up. It's messed up. You know what's equally messed up? Is Gata talking to Starbuck that way. Now, granted, he's just trying to get her out of the room, I think. He's definitely picking and he's definitely mad about everything that he went through. And, she was definitely part of a lot of that. And, like really pointing his anger and especially, because he was almost spaced for collaborating with Cylons by her and her husband and Chief and the XO, Anders quit. So, but I get he does have a reason to be mad at Starbuck. And even like it takes me back to the time when Starbuck came back to the ship and no one really knew what she was or what was going on or what the deal was. And like he was very like standoffish with her. And, like I said, rightfully so, like he has every reason to feel the way that he does. But the portrayal that we're getting from Gata is all of a sudden this like mastermind villain, mustache twirler, and I'm like, I don't know. Him working with Zarek, not shocked. Zarek doing shit behind the scenes as vice president, also not shocked. I really wanted him to turn that around, but here we are. And I get that like you shouldn't have the military just able to go and modify the ships, and especially, with the enemy. I get that. I get that. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, well then we'll modify all the military ships and leave you guys behind. And once we find a place that we can call home, we'll come back and get you. Could do that. You won't have protection. I understand it. And, I do think that like Lee's correct. Like you can't go over there and, upgrade ships by gunpoint. That seems crazy. And I know they don't want Cylons on their ships, but like even Chief was just like, I don't even like it's such new technology that like for him to figure it out and for him to kind of just be like, I don't know, like I don't think I could do it by myself. Like I feel like that means that it's like advanced so much so that you don't have a choice but to have Cylons on ships. But again, I don't blame the Quorum. I don't blame captains of the other ships. But, Adama is dealing with a lot of mutinies, and it is a military decision. So, help the military upgrade everything. And like I said, leave the civilian fleet behind and say, we'll come get you when we find something. Peace out. Good luck. Because I guarantee you Cavill will find them, and they will be sorry. Oh man, so much happened in that. The president, like, I'm kind of annoyed that she's not doing her job and she's not pulling herself up by the bootstraps, because that's what you do in these situations. But at the same time, I also get that she only has so much life to live. Why would she want to do it being the president? So resign. The only reason why she wouldn't resign is because Zarek is vice president, and they don't want Zarek making those decisions. You should have thought about that before you made him vice president. And like Lee was like the president for a while, so like, why is he still not? Like why is Laura still making decisions when she doesn't really have the mindset to be there? Like she's checked out, she's gone, and I get it, I understand it, and I love that they are having this relationship. I love that she's having like this resurgence of energy from not going through the diloxifin, whatever, the chemo treatments. I love that, but I also know that it's fleeting. You get that, and then your body's like, oh yeah, but I'm sick. So I hope that she's living it up and she's, having fun before she dies. And the Admiral is also taking medication, which I'm like, I don't know if it's for his heart or if it's for like an ulcer. I don't think it's like depression by any means, but like I do think that he's got a health concern that we need to be worried about a little bit. It's not super heavy-handed, them pointing it out, but like he is taking a medication and then like flinching in pain. Like it's normal for people to take like medications, I think, sometimes in the morning when they first wake up, but like the flinching in pain kind of gets me, makes me wonder. Oh man, so now we're gonna have Zarek doing shit behind the scenes. We're going to have Gaeta, who is in these conversations when he's seeing these things firsthand from the Admiral, from the XO. Inside man. Problem. He's going to be a problem. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do about Gaeta. That's the thing, is it's like, I can't say that I've ever liked him. I've had sympathy for him in certain scenarios for sure, but I'm just like, you're driving me crazy, kid. And now with this, like, just, they didn't deliver on their promise. There was no guarantee that Earth was perfect and was a paradise. They didn't deliver on their promise. They kept you alive. My God, how ungrateful. It's like, oh, and now we have to still search for a place to live? Oh, we were made promises. Well, shit, they're still working on that. They're still trying to find you a place to live. They didn't quit. Rosalind might have a little bit, but Adama didn't. Like, jeez. Oh, man. Totally different show. Like I'm just saying, like, it feels different. It's still, like, the same characters and same storylines. We're not getting much from Gaius these days, but, like, what we are, I'm kind of like, oh, God, I don't want to keep listening to this. They took my favorite character and made him religious. Blech. So, or anti-religious, I don't know. He's blaming God for everything. So whether you believe in God or you're blaming God, you still think there's a God. So religion. But it feels like a whole different show now. It definitely has crested over and has gone into whole new territory. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how a lot of this is resolved. And a Cylon baby. Oh, so cute. Nothing better happened to that baby. I'm just saying. They seem very happy, which normally when they're really happy, that's when shit hits the fan and bad things happen and I cry a lot. So I have a box of Kleenex in front of me if I need it. But guys, if you want to watch full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 4 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Did you guess hot dog? I did not guess hot dog. I was like, it's Gaeta. At what point did I don't even know if those two ever even had an interaction with each other. I was like, he's the main focus of the show. It's Gaeta. And then, like, he had Gaius talking about, like, the father leading, da-da-da-da-da, and I know Chief was there, and I was like, oh shit, is it Gaius? Like, did he really know Callie? But, like, in the biblical sense? But, like, I was just like, oh no, that doesn't make any sense. And then, like, he just, like, stares at Hot Dog, and I was like, Hot Dog? All right. Maybe it's a foot long. Dad, I'm so sorry. Am I? Am I? I'm not going to change. Yeah. But, tell me how you felt about this episode and how you felt about Zarek. How did you feel about the president and Adama? Living it up. Heh? His neck didn't seem to hurt then, now did it? And the baby, like Ty and 6 holding hands. I mean, like coddling him smoking. Congratulations. Like, she'll live. Okay. Thanks, Coddle. You are a man of the people. You care about health. Oh my gosh, I love Coddle. It's so funny. I couldn't stand him at first. But guys, I'm really excited to get to the next episode. This is it has not been disappointing. There've been a couple episodes in season 4 that I was like, can we get on with the story? And then once we did, whoosh. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where this goes from here. So until the next time, I'll see ya.